Canada is going to give 15,000 caregiver visas between 2024 to 2026. The amazing aspect about this is that they are going to give you permanent residence upon arrival in Canada. This is a fantastic opportunity for you to explore if you're an international caregiver. Now, in this video, I'm going to be sharing all the documents you need for the application of this particular visa. Remember that this visa is going to open towards the end of 2024. You want to be prepared to submit an application as soon as this particular visa is open for all to apply. And one aspect about this video I feel you shouldn't miss is the need to prepare for the application of this visa financially, or preparing your documents. So I'm going to be listing the cost of some of these documents so that you are well prepared for the financial implications of this particular journey, because visa application is a journey and I want you to be in Canada by this time next year. So if you're interested in any of the things I've discussed now, please watch this video till the end. Hello everybody, my name is Cynthia. I share information about settling or relocating into another country. So if you're interested in any of the countries I'm going to list here, which is the UK, US, or Canada, then subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell so that each time I drop a new video, you know it's time to watch Cynthia Academy. So help me by sharing this video with your family and friends. It supports my job here on YouTube. It supports me. It encourages me to keep sharing opportunities like this, because I bring a fresh perspective to any particular news out there. I share opportunities in such a way that you can start the process yourself. And without wasting time, let's get into this video. Listen to the Canadian Minister of Immigration, Mark Miller, as he announces this news.
Today I'm very pleased to announce that we are launching new pilots that will provide permanent residency status for caregivers as soon as they arrive in Canada. The biggest change coming in these new pilots will be providing a one-step immigration process. Before, caregivers first needed to get work permits and then obtain work experience before applying for permanent residency. Under the new rules, we're simplifying the process and providing them with a clear, straightforward pathway to stay and care for our loved ones.
There's an aging population in Canada. They need caregivers to take care of the elderly, to take care of children so that their mothers can go back to work. They also need caregivers to take care of people who have learning disabilities or maybe physical disabilities. If you have experience in this particular area, then it is an opportunity for you to submit an application for this particular visa opportunity. Now, like I said, this visa opportunity will start towards the end of 2024, and you need to have all your documents ready. First, you need a minimum of a high school diploma, something that is equivalent to that of Canada. If you have your undergrad degree or a master's or a PhD or whatever you have, it is going to be fine, because they need anything from high school diploma and above. Now, to prepare your document for this, you need to evaluate your document using WES. An evaluation by WES lasts for 5 years, so it takes about 5 years before it expires. Now, you also need to prepare all your MVQs and diplomas. This would boost your application. So make sure you have all your trainings done, your caregiving trainings. Make sure they're all intact and prepared for this particular application process. The second thing you need is at least a year experience as a caregiver. Remember that Canada is big on having your offer letter, your pay slips as evidence, because they are looking for full-time experience as a caregiver for at least a year. Now, it means that if you're working part-time as a caregiver in your home country, it might not be suitable for this particular application. So make sure you are in full-time. And when they're talking about full-time, they're talking about something between, I think, 35 to 37 or 40 hours. If you know the number of hours it is, please put it in the comment box so that everybody will learn. But remember that the procedure for this application is not out yet. But based on previous applications or visa applications. That's why I'm providing you with this information, so that you're well prepared. You don't just wait until they announce it and find out that you don't have the qualifications required to submit a visa application. The third thing you need is English or French proficiency. So it means that you might need a CLB of about 4. So level 4 is so easy to get. Seriously, if you write your IELTS, remember, not the IELTS UKVI, they don't accept that one. You need your IELTS from the Canada immigration. So when you write that one and you submit it, then if you can get above 4 across board for listening, speaking, reading, and writing, you're good to go. I think it's so easy to get 4 if you are from a country that speaks English, so you don't have to worry so much about this. Remember that IELTS expires after 2 years, so you have to be very intentional of the time you submit an application to write that particular exam. So plan accordingly. The fourth thing you need is a job offer from a Canadian caregiver provider. Now, it's so important that you know where to submit an application. Recruitment agencies that recruit international caregivers. And if you're interested in any of these things, I created a video. Just check the link up here so that you can start the process of knowing what they need to submit an application. You can also submit an application directly to care providers. Right now, the Canadian government has not announced the list of Canadian care providers that will be linked to this particular visa opportunity. Once they do so, I will share it on this channel. But it's so important for you to note that there are international recruitment agencies that would help you, match you with a care provider. So there are 2 ways to go about this. First is when you apply directly to the care provider, and when they assess your application, I feel they want to recruit you, they will give you an offer letter and all that. But there's also the second option when you go through a recruitment agent, and that's why I shared this video up so that you can explore that option. The fifth thing you need is a police clearance. So if you are from other countries that's not the UK, it might be called a police clearance, but if you're in the UK, it's called disclosure barring service. Now, it's so big that you need to provide this when it comes to anything that has to do with caregiving. They always check this. So you don't apply for this now. It's towards the time when you need to submit a visa application, when they prompt you to do so, that's when you provide this. The next thing you need for any Canadian visa application process is your medical tests. For adults, they need a physical examination. They also need urinalysis, chest x-ray, a test for HIV and syphilis. So these are the documents you need. Remember, there might be other documents that they may require. They have not announced the list of documents officially, but knowing how Canadian system works and some of these things have already been announced, there might be more documents that might be required, and as soon as they make that announcement, I will let you know exactly what to do. But like I promised, I'm going to share the financial implications of some of these things. Remember that you're moving with your family. It means you have to pay for yourself, your partner, and your children if you are moving with your family. But if you are moving alone, then you might just have to pay for yourself. So it's always good to prepare financially for some of these things. The first thing is the cost of the visa. It's not been announced, but if you look at the previous program that is going to be similar to this, that this program is going to replace, we are talking about the Home Child Care Provider Pilot Program and the Home Care Support Program. You can see the cost on the screen here. So if it's going to be something around this amount, then you need to save financially for that. The next one is the cost for West. If you're going to evaluate the costs for your degree evaluation with West, you need something between $160 or $180. Convert it to your country's currency, and remember that these currency fluctuates, the exchange rate might fluctuate, so you put that in mind. The next one is your IELTS for Canada immigration. Like I said, you shouldn't do the IELTS for UKVI. It's the one for Canada. And for this particular opportunity, it could differ from the country to country. It depends on your location, but just budget $380 plus tax. So find out from your country, because it would be wrong for me to provide a figure when I don't know the country you are in. The next one is WES. Now WES costs between $160 to $180. So you just need to do your evaluation and find out what the exchange currency is. The next one is your police clearance. Now for the UK, it's going to be an enhanced DBS check, which costs around £38. But for Nigeria, I think it's about 27,000 naira thereabouts. Find out how much it costs in your country so that you can prepare yourself for this opportunity. Now for the medical test, it costs between $160 to $180 if you are in Canada, but if you're in the UK, it's going to cost you £360. If you are a child between 11 and 14, it's going to cost £235. And if you have a child between 5 to 10, is £100. For a child age 0 to 4 is £80. And if you want to do a chest x-ray only, it's £105. Now, I've shared all of this. It means you should be prepared to submit an application as soon as this visa opportunity is open. So right now, what you have to be doing is make sure you have evidence of full employment. Make sure you have all the qualifications and training for a caregiver so that you can submit an application to get a job offer, so that once you get your job offer and all these documents together, you can submit a visa application and you can get PR upon arrival in Canada. If you have benefited from this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, share with your family, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.